Hey guys, welcome to Newlands Youth Podcast. This is Teddy K speaking, and with me I have Peace, I have Mpho, and I have Stacey. So today we are going to have a discussion about Adventist youth dating app, and we are just contemplating on whether it's necessary to have the app or not. So I'll take points from Stacey first.
So basically, when we're looking at the Adventist dating app, I don't know, like I'm a bit skeptical because my question probably has to be, have we reached that stage whereby we literally can't like find partners like at church? Like, how bad has it become that we now have to like make a dating app? You guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
So
What
don't
do you
know.
think, Mpho?
I think it's not necessary.
Okay.
Reason being that um, I feel like personally, if the time comes or if the person comes, that person will come within time,
Yeah.
within God's plan. Now,
Yeah.
for us to be searching for someone, or maybe maybe you are to search for that person, but on a dating app, I don't think it's authentic because
Yeah.
you do not know those people behind the screen. And with a lot of the things that are happening online as well, you don't know people's intentions, even though it is a dating app
Yeah.
it is an Adventist dating
Yeah,
app.
yeah.
So
It doesn't mean that the Adventist circle doesn't have scammers
yeah,
and catfish.
Yeah.
etc. What do you think, Peace?
Yeah, I think what you say is actually valid. But also, looking from another perspective, um, I've never used a dating app or Tinder or whatever, Bumblebee, I've never used them.
Yeah.
But let's say there's someone out there who's used to that kind of stuff. For example, they're introverts, then they're extroverts. The people that are good with talking, like you can go to them and say, "Hi, how are you?"
Yeah.
Then you can immediately make an impression on a girl. It's easy for them.
Yeah.
Another guy is not that much interesting.
Okay.
He's good with computers, or let's just say he's good with coding all day
Good
long.
geek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he prefers everything the computer with that.
Yeah.
Be it food he orders online, be it whatever. So
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I have something to say.
Yes.
For people that are introverted, believe it or not, some people will find relationships in the workplace or the church. Like you don't. It just happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
So are we saying online dating is bad for SDA,
it's bad for people?
or it's bad for everyone,
everyone.
just not at the why guys? Is it because now the world is so digital,
Mm-hmm.
and most I can testify a lot of the people I know I met on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
They like your story. Hey, how are you? Oh, you're vibing. You're already best
Yeah.
friends with an online stranger. Next
Mhm.
thing, we should meet up for breakfast. You meet that person. Their vibes.
never
Yeah.
weirdos. They're not weird or anything like that.
I've never met a weirdo,
Yeah.
personally. I don't know about others.
Okay,
Yes.
I think I might be a bit old school because a lot of my friends are people that I've met. I'm that type of person who cannot communicate online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I don't find, okay, I meet this person online, then what? I don't find the use of meeting someone online because I don't know
Yeah.
you. I personally like making physical, right?
Yeah.
Personal relationships with
Yeah.
the people that I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I feel like those relationships are more authentic.
They
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, they
Uh-huh.
are. They are. I agree. What do you think, Chris?
Actually, I think I have a simple problem with that. Actually, I have a thing on WhatsApp. I can't like respond to people immediately on WhatsApp. I tend to put my relationships on hold each time we don't see each other.
Yeah.
And then I assume that each time we're gonna meet up, we're gonna
Just
So you're
continue
saying-
from
just
where
continue
you
from
left.
where left. Then people are like, hey, why are you critiquing me? So I feel like the digital platform for us, maybe because we're African, I don't know, or was Zimbabwean, I don't know. That's why we were not really.
So are you saying because you saw me today in church, you can't talk to me, you can't text me in the evening today? Yes.
Can I answer that? I feel like it's more of I do not want you to then take the impression that I give you online as who I am.
Yeah.
So, for example, I meet you at church today, those vibes, and we're actually communicating, and we actually thought that maybe our characters are actually, they tally, right? But then over the phone, maybe I'm not used to that. I'm not used to
Yeah.
communicating
Yeah.
over the phone. It's not who I am. Maybe I'm an introvert. Maybe I just like the idea of meeting people in person. So you can't then you can't base who you met me online as who I am in person, because it's completely different. You can, yeah. So I think that my point eventually leads to what Peace is saying. Kuti, you can't say that the Tadiwa I met today is the same Tadiwa I'm going to continue speaking to online, because they're two completely different people. You don't know what I'm going through. Maybe I'm not
Yeah.
even, I'm just
that's
trying
true.
to show that I exist online, Patrona, but like in person, I'm out here giving you the full, authentic version of myself.
Yeah.
So imagine now when it comes to dating and you are dating online,
Yeah.
meaning you don't know what sort of person Peace is in real life. Not even
Yeah.
Kuti, I'm African or what, but that mentality, yemunu, like, are you naturally, an introvert?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you're not going to know
But guys,
that online.
look at it this way. For sake of discussion, the Adventist app is not just for Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
It's for Adventists all over the world.
Yeah.
So
It's an economic
what
opportunity for
exactly?
me. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll get
So
a
what
visa.
if I then, hey, this guy sees my profile, he double taps, he likes, he's from Mexico, he's from the States. Hey girl, what's up, girl? What's up, girl? I'm SDA, but I'm from Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, guys. Yes,
I have something to say.
of course.
Do you know the danger is? Do you know the danger? Because one thing that I like you're saying, it's more to do with what people see. It's to do with what we see on these dating apps. Because someone see the profile, they don't know you. They just see you. They be like, wow, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Delectable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys start talking. It's just like it's to do with what you've seen and what you've seen as to how they're communicating, but you don't know if that's really them. Like we've gone back. It's to do with what you're seeing, right? Maybe that's not how the person looks
Okay,
like.
but guys, let me ask you this: you meet a guy today at church, you get his number, you don't see him for the next year. You're practically dating online. If you start dating him, you met him today. Yes, fine. I saw you kiss. This is what this juju.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah.
And then Peace feels the same about me, right?
Yeah, she's
But then we never see each other because maybe Peace stays in Peru.
Yeah.
He just came to Harare visiting. But we just met. I don't know the half of who you are. I don't know what you do. I start finding out online. Okay, at least we can scratch out the part that it's not a catfish anymore. because
Yeah.
I've seen it. But still, you don't know my authentic stuff.
Yeah.
So it's still online dating, which is what people do most of the time. They meet a guy at camp. Wait. They meet a guy at camp. They get the number after camp. Jolo.
Yeah.
Then they meet after like 3-4 months. Yes.
First of all, I'd like to know what the intention of the dating app is. Could you is it for you to just casually
marriage.
date? You don't know, are we dating
Or
for
like
marriage?
friendships.
What is it? Are we
So what I've heard about app is that as much as it is for also love and other stuff, there is also economic opportunity for it. Like it's like Tinder meets LinkedIn, where you
Yeah.
say it's for love, and also someone can say I'm also looking for a job.
Yeah.
You can find a job on the application. You can do other things.
Okay.
But it's only called Adventist dating app because they wanted a dating app for Adventists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But of course, guys, ultimately, when you get to a certain age, you're obviously dating for marriage.
Yeah.
You're just now too old to be playing games. Yeah, online might be your last resort, of course. But then it is an option, and people out there are getting married because of people they met online. Yes.
Right. Like I said, I'm very old school. Right?
Yes,
I don't
Yes, we
understand
get that. Yeah.
like the whole online thing, because like you said, if I were to meet someone, I find that person cute and we start dating from the get-go, which is something I would never do.
Yeah.
Something I would never do, right?
Mhm.
But the problem with me is that if someone gives me their number, like the first few days we'll talk and I'll go, I'm not there. because I'll be like, I'm bored. Not that I'm bored, but like it's one of those things where I'm not talking to you in person, so therefore I can't see your facial expressions. I'm one of those people who wants to see
Your
you
face.
because when I communicate with people, right, your facial expressions say everything about you. You can lie to me and I can tell. You'll have other intentions and I can tell, and that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
right.
it's true.
So, and just in general, like I just find online dangerous.
Yeah.
Like even if it's an Adventist, but I get what you mean by like opportunities in terms of like jobs, and but that's also another dangerous thing because people can scam. I don't know if that makes sense. Some people are genuine and people scam.
Yeah. And I feel like linking to what Mpho said, like about like how you can get like proper, authentic versions of people when you're meeting them in person. Now imagine online, this person can literally lie to you. Like we said, we have scammers. Oh no, I'm happy, I'm fine, nice to meet you, da 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 da. Then now in person, I mean over the phone, you're
But are we
probably
saying people don't lie to us in person?
no, it's better, but like the fact that
Oh my
I'd rather
God.
get lied to
Lying
in
is a lie,
person,
guys.
and you can see, you can tell that this
You can
person is
tell,
lying to me.
yeah.
Now imagine over the phone
You
and someone saying,
can.
"Oh, I'm coming from work," or "I'm driving," or and they probably don't even have a car, but you don't know that because
The thing is with
so yeah.
I would like to add upon because there's this like whole psychology thing where you can tell when a person lies to you by facial expressions, number one, and the way they talk. Some people will over exaggerate things and you can tell that in their demeanor. Like even if you're a bubbly person, I'm a very animated person, but even when I talk to people, I'm not like, oh yeah, and like we have this. You can tell when people lie because they exaggerate and they're animated. And when you now like say, oh no, but that's impossible, they will defend with their whole chest, and you can like it's in a certain way that you can tell that they're lying. Even their facial expressions, they don't look at you directly when they're talking to you. They wonder, they'll be stuttering, movements of hands. That's when you can tell someone is lying, right?
Yeah.
And even when someone is genuine, you can tell that too. So that's why I'm saying that online, you cannot see these actions from certain individuals.
Yes, Stacey.
Yeah, I think I'm coming back to what you guys were saying about how, like, yes, we're dating for marriage on this app, right? Presumably so. But then, like, imagine the number of people that have divorced because they didn't know the person that they were.
But that still happens, like when people are dating, seeing each other.
But it's different. I can pick up your toxic traits whilst we meet in person. Now imagine over the phone, and then we're dating online for 4 years, and then we say, no, it's time for us to get married. You guys get married, you already settle into your home, and you're now starting to find out some traits about this person that you don't appreciate, but you didn't know genuinely because you've never met that side of them. So now imagine what that does to the relationship, because you were probably in love with the person that you met online, but you never knew who you were actually dealing with in person.
Yeah, I get that, but I feel like that's also just there. Generally, even real life, you meet a guy, you guys talk for 6 months without dating, end up dating. People will start showing you their true colors 3 years into marriage.
Yeah, people change.
Exactly, and you know, with age, I've realized this. With age, what you want now, Tadiwa, Stacey, you will not want the same things when you're 25.
Yeah.
You'll be thinking, okay, what I was seeing in that guy when I was 20,
What
I was
was
like,
I seeing?
oh no, when
Yeah.
you're 25, you're like, what? Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, sorry, Mpho. Alright, sorry. Think about it, and we spend most of our times on our phone. Your mom in the morning, you leave her. Let's say you go to work at let's say 7 a.m. and you meet her again at what? Let's say 6 o'clock. So during that whole space, your only interaction with her is through what?
Phone.
Through the phone. It means that in as much as we don't want to be dating online, but we also need to master the art of talking with people online, because that's the way it is.
Like, do you know you can read someone's emotion in a text?
Yeah.
When you now know them.
Yeah.
Like, I can give a testimony of, someone in my past, right? I could say, oh, that's good, with a smiling and emoji, and you say, what's wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Because there are people who don't use emojis, there are people who text in certain ways that you end up knowing and mastering kuti apa zvashata
Yeah.
apa zvakanaka. Yeah.
That's not the problem with me. It's not, I'm also trying to see this as like just all in all. Like
Yeah.
you're saying with my mom, right? That's someone that I know. That's someone that I've known since I was in her terminal type of thing. So when we talk, of course, I'm going to know her general expressions, how she feels, because I know her. I've known her all my life, right? Now, for someone I've just met online, right? You can make up your own, what's it called? Your own impressions of them when they speak, because if maybe someone met me online, I'm very formal when it comes to WhatsApp text or just texting in general. I use full stops, I use formal speaking, and maybe once in a while I'll use an emoji if needed, right?
Yeah.
So that person will probably think she's
This chick.
So
chick,
uptight, boring,
right?
whatever.
But I'm not like that, and that's what I mean by you don't know people's like their intentions, their emotions. If you've just met them online, you've never met them in person.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, I'm raising all these points for sake of discussion so that our podcast is.
Yeah,
It's
it's interesting.
motto.
Actually, we should all pause. Not like saying, yeah, I agree. You'd be like, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm coming back to what you were saying, right? But like, no, Peace, you said something along the lines of we have to maybe conform to how life is now as Adventists. We should just accept that life is how it is now. We just have to go with the flow.
Yeah.
And that's a problem, first of all. Like me just having to conform to that system because that's how the rest of the world is
Not conform
going.
to the world.
Right.
Be in
Like,
the world,
okay.
but not
So
of the
But
world.
not of the world.
exactly.
Yes.
So we're supposed to look at it already as Adventists. It means that there's something wrong with us when we've noticed the fact that we can't do it the old school way. We have to take another turn, which is probably, and is basically, what's the difference between an Adventist dating app and a normal dating app now?
Yeah.
Because it's practically the same thing. The reason for those
Not
apps being
just
made is the same thing.
Adventist,
It's
yeah.
just exactly. It's not just because I'm Adventist. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
Adventist, so we have our
But
own
can
dating
I
app.
ask this, guys? Are they still okay? I've heard a lot of people talking about, especially here in Zim. Kusisina wakomana mchechi.
Aiwa,
Kusisina
aiwa.
wasikana mchechi. No, this is actually a general thing, and
I've heard that.
it's becoming a lot because now Adventist boys are the ones that are sketchy.
Yeah.
Alright, same
Adventist
same
girls.
command needed.
Wait, let me finish.
After you finish,
Adventist girls are sketchy, you know. So it's now just become a trend. Kumasabata Guti. We not just, and the Adventist circle in Zoom is small.
Yeah, actually it is small.
It's
actually.
very small.
Yeah.
You will post a picture with a guy and
Yeah.
people be like, "That's your boyfriend, bro." Yesterday he was out with Ningi, and you're already shattered. So our church, does it still holds that
Those values.
those values in our youth, our age, we are, let's say, from 18 to 23. Are there relationships that are authentic? Because now my relationship actually talking to I'm gonna last that 3 months.
That's not
So
it.
I'll talk after you, Mpho. You can talk.
Yeah.
So this is what I wanted to say, right? Firstly, there's a difference in dating a man or woman of God and dating someone who goes to church. I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes so much
You
sense.
want to date someone that has a genuine relationship with God and puts God first in every single situation and within your relationship.
Yeah.
Because
right?
anyone can go to church.
Because anyone can go to church,
Yes.
but they can be something
But
else.
then that's when they bring up the unequally yoked thing. Because I always used to say that, Kuti, does the person need to be Adventist? Because there are people who are more Christian in
The ones that are
than
outside.
Adventist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I get
The
that.
ones that someone who doesn't go to church but knows that before I eat I pray.
Yeah.
Before I go out, I thank God. There's so many underrated blessings that people don't thank God for. People in the church. How many stories of Adventist elders and pastors have you heard that are doing,
More work of God out
unspeakable
there.
things?
Yeah.
My mom was telling me she's in this group of ladies, Adventist ladies, who then just come with their stories. They hide their identity and then they share. And most of the stories are sexual. And these elders are abusing these women, guys. But then this same one woman meets a guy outside church. What does he do? He brings her closer to Jesus
than anyone.
No, let me tell you something, guys. As much as this is a big debate in the church, and a lot of adults might disagree with me on this one, right? This sounds. I feel like I'm going against my own denomination, but I would rather be with the man of God, someone who puts God first, someone who puts God in the relationship, someone who's like that, than someone who is of my church but later on in life will do some nasty, scary things, or is just not a nice person like that.
And I think that as youth, if we live like Christ, we are sending out a message to the people out there.
Exactly.
So imagine a guy sees you walking like Christ, living like Christ. He likes you, falls in love. What is he going to do? He's going to conform to the lifestyle you're living, like Christ. And you have brought us all to Jesus because it is your responsibility.
Do you go out with that soul that just brought you to church last week?
What? No, what you say?
No, I mean
What? You said all right. This is how I call it. Yeah, finish.
Let me finish. My point is when you're dating someone, it is your responsibility to bring them closer to Christ. Just like our parents in raising a child, they have a big responsibility to show the person that Jesus is coming again. So my point is when you meet someone from outside, peace, before you even start dating, they must see Christ in you. So that when they want to date you, they conform to the life of Christ.
Because
they change. Before you even start dating. What is one way go good time or moon you go? I think that's like this.
I have huge questions about that one.
Yes.
But let me first address this thing first. About being unequally yoked in church.
Yes.
First of all, I think that in as much as they are like bad guys in church,
they're also good.
Man, there are also bad girls in church.
Yeah.
But I agree to that. I never.
Yeah. So I agree with that. So then my point being that for example, you're saying that a guy should first see Christ. A girl should first see Christ in me.
Yes.
Before she sees. I'm like,
she sees you.
Let me ask you.
After seeing Christ.
Ooh.
How do you see Christ? An individual. Because personally for me.
How are you living?
Personally for me, and I see the looks first. Okay, wow, I like the outfit.
That is now your
the
problem.
Appearance, and then I go there and then I ask some questions to see if I like the personality of the person. I don't know about you. Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, I want to say something, right? Growing up, we've all done that where you're like, oh, you know, that's a nice looking fella, that's a nice looking chap, right? Aka.
Yeah.
But as you grow older and firstly your relationship with God, right, and as an individual, you will see for yourself what we mean by you're going to see Christ in an individual. It's just the way that they present themselves, the way that they talk, and just how they live their day-to-day lives, right?
Yes.
It's that
they have those fruits,
the fruits of the spirit,
the way that they talk to
and
people.
all of that,
That's
right?
all being
That's all being Christ-like. And even outside of church and outside, like maybe when, like just outside, like people even can confess, oh, even at home that he's like this. His friends are like, oh yeah, he's like this or she's like this. That's when you'll see. That's when you'll know. The problem with looking at people with their outward appearance is that is very dangerous, right? Very, very dangerous because someone can look good. I've heard stories myself of this one chick, you know, guy was good looking, he had money, all of that. Went out with this guy, the guy abused her, right? Still giving her money, was like, I'll give you cash. And she obviously stayed because married, and this guy is handsome, right? But at the end of the day, she got hurt, abused, like mentally she's not okay. It's something that you have to take account of. If someone looks good, if they have money, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what is their relationship? What is what is in their heart? What are their intentions? I don't know if that makes sense.
Does make sense,
Yes, that's the point that I was trying to say. See Christ in the present first. how they live their lives. You can't be. You're obviously peace when you're looking for a girlfriend. You have standards that you're looking for. I don't want a girl who does this. I don't want to. Okay, I don't want a girl who does that. So it's the same thing when you're looking at a person who is Christ-like.
Yeah.
So I think generally,
It's a
from this
topic that
discussion
needs
that
to
we've
be.
had,
Yeah.
I think we should continue and branch out into other things, dressing,
Yeah.
music, etc. Type.
Yeah.
Is it a bad or good thing to have a type?
Yeah.
I think we should have that discussion.
We have to have that.
We have to. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to Newlands Youth Podcast.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Couscous.